Chris hasn't come back either. I haven't seen Chris yet. Right?
Well, John, how did he get on this morning? You've had a bit of a clutch problem, I believe, have you?
Yeah, the clutch is slipping and it's a bit frustrating, but you just want to get in, get your qualifying done and get it fixed for later on, really, yes.
Okay, now you're in the middle of a project here to climb mountains all over the world. How do you equate that to what you do at the TD? It's the same sort of stamina and endurance, I suppose, but really it's a very expensive program to undertake, isn't it?
Yeah, the mountains is really expensive now. Like I've spent 60,000 already. I owe the bank quite a bit of that, and it's going to cost a bit more. But I guess it's similar to motorcycling in the way that it's a personal challenge, and that's what I like to do, really.
What is it that drives you along to do that then? Because I haven't heard of many other people from the Isle of Man being keen on it.
Well, I love long distance sports, endurance sports. The TT is more for the excitement. I wouldn't. As well as the endurance side as well, I guess, for a 6-lap race. But I like long distance running, and mountaineering is just taking, I guess, long distance events to the extreme.
But it's a solitary thing. You need to be capable of coping completely on your own, and that's not a thing that most people like, really. They prefer company.
I guess, well, on the mountain we do have a team, but in the end, certainly for Everest, it's you for yourself. If you want to go on, then you go on, or if you want to turn back. So your fate is in your hands, so that is down to the individual on the mountains.
You've got to really know how to cope in a variety of situations when you're doing that, and motorcycling as well. Once you're underway, virtually no one can help you if you get into difficulty. You've got to resolve the problem yourself.
Certainly on the mountain, if you have problems after 26,000 feet, you've got a big problem then, because the only other oxygen systems there are other people's, and they're using them. So it's up to you to try and get down, I guess, without oxygen.
So where are you with your program of doing all these peaks around the world?
I've done 5 now. 5 of the highest summits in each continent. 2 more to do. Australasia, which is Carsten's Pyramid, in Indonesia, Jaya, and back to Everest again, which was aborted in '99.
Some say that Everest isn't as hard as some of the others, although it was, of course, the highest. And people remember 1953 when it was finally conquered. But how does it compare? Because you've already had one go at that, haven't you?
It is really hard. Believe me, people who say that it's easy, Everest is easy and it's commercialised, it is not. It is the most, I'd say, the most hard and enduring challenge you could have. And I've got to 26,000, just over 26,000 feet before it was stopped, our expedition, and I know it'd be a real great strength and endurance to carry on from there.
When will you go back to that?
I hope for 2003, Geoff. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And do you think you can conquer it?
I do, yes. I'm certainly streetwise now, and I'm fitter. And I had as it were, a 50-50 chance then before the mission was aborted, and I should be stronger. You just got to have the weather. If I have the weather, I'll be there.
But it's not just climbing to the top of Everest, because the descent is equally as demanding.
Yeah, a lot of people are lost on the way back because you're spent by the time you get to the summit, and you've got to bear that in mind. And it is going to be quite a task to get back down again afterwards when you are absolutely physically shattered.
So the north face of Snaefell's not quite the same thing on the Honda then?
No, not quite. No, it's but a bit more exciting.
Well, you're a great character, and you bring credit to the Isle of Man. Thank you.
Thank you, Geoff.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Alright. Whereabouts? I'm just going to do this here. Yeah.
I thought you maybe would get a flame after. Too late. A short one.
Where?
Where up there? Has it?
Yeah.
Where was that?
The veranda.
The veranda?
The third one of the...
Aye, the grapes?
One of the big lights, yeah.
5th gear. Deechinner.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah. It's slippery then.
Deechinner.
Slappy, surely, yeah. See if you boys down there in the mountain.
Right.
Quite slappy.
Alright.
Quite slappy on the mountain.
Yeah. You do a minute to a camera first?
That's it, surely, aye. Must be. Yeah, go ahead, Geoff, yeah.
Well, Robert Dunlop, you've had a good morning, but the roads are a little bit slippery here and there, and visibility a bit in and out, is it?
Yeah, visibility wasn't too bad actually, Geoff. We bit worse in the second lap there than it was the first lap. Very slippy over the mountain. The really big slide at the veranda. The first lap.
But that's
just
always
thank
the
you,
case.
God, you kept me on.
It's always the case in the morning, so it doesn't look particularly damp, but
That's
it can
right,
be.
yeah.
It says the dampness comes out of the road.
Yeah, it's actually caught a few lads out there. I see a few lads off in the mountain there. So.
Okay, but running a bit better than Saturday night then?
Yeah, boat's going well, yeah.
Good.
No problems, yeah.
Because you lost the battery mounting, I think, didn't you, on Saturday
Yeah,
night?
it did, yeah. We bracket, the weld broke on it, so. Genuine Honda weld, I must say.
You've been coming to the TD for a long time. You've got a pretty good record in the 1250, not as long as me, but it's a great pleasure to see you back here. What is it that drives you on to keep on coming? It must be very expensive and demanding on time.
Yeah, of course it is, but it's what I do, it's my life, so it's just another race in the calendar for me, really.
But the 125 is as much as you can manage, is it now?
Yeah, I know I would struggle with a bigger machine, especially around here, because it's quite physical anyway, so I mean, I know my limitations, and I think they stop at the 125.
I'm marvelling when I look back at the I'm marvelling when I look back at the records and see how well you rode the big rotary Norton. I mean, that was a monster, wasn't it?
Yeah, I missed those days, but you can't turn the clock back, Geoff.
But they were flying, weren't they?
I enjoyed it, yeah.
I
really did
flying.
enjoy the Norton, yeah.
And the 250 as well, you also had a junior 250 win here, didn't you, as well as the 125s?
Yeah, I had a good one on Ray Calder's 250 Yamaha here in 1991 when I played at Collarbone. And then I rode a few 250s, but there's always something happened, you know. So unfortunately I only got the one, but...
So do you think you can win the 125 this year?
You, Steve.
Do you think you can win the 125?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be, what, 6 wins, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right, but it's been a tough time for you recently. The Northwest didn't go too well because of the wet weather, wasn't it?
Northwest side. You know, I didn't ride 100%. The lads put 100% on his bike and I didn't ride 100%, and that, you know, I don't think that's fair, but it's just one of those days.
Okay, now you've probably had a lot of flack about this court case that you were involved in. I've personally taken your side on it, but has it spoiled your preparation a little bit? I don't know why you should get some stick on it, but some have said so.
Well, no, I mean, I was really, the way I look at it, Geoff, is I was a worker, you know, working for an employee, you know, and unfortunately there was a component failure in the bike. It wasn't my fault, so.
It's really not much different to being in a factory and something.
No, of course, and I mean, I know that Jack Valentine has been given off about, oh, this is going to ruin racing and insurance and stuff like that there, but I mean, he of all people should know that he should have insurance for the people who work for him, you know. So Med had it, so there's no reason why any other big team shouldn't have it, you know.
Yeah. But away from that, then you've got quite a concentrated effort here. At least it's the one bike, or do you have a backup machine in case it goes bang in a big way?
Yeah, an engine.
Just an engine. Yeah. I remember one year you flew an engine in, didn't you?
Yeah, that was Joe actually. Yeah.
When you weren't able to ride, he took your motor, was it?
No, it was another fellow's motor actually, but.
Oh, Courtney,
James Courtney.
James Courtney, yeah.
I think Joey won that day actually.
Yeah. So you've had plenty of action here in the Isle of Man from the long days ago when you were riding in the Manx Grand Prix.
Been a bit of water under the bridge since then, Geoff.
We've passed a bit of water since then too.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, well thanks for your time.
Well, some more than others.
Indeed. Thanks.
All right, Geoff.
I've got my stone here. See this fellow hit a bloody duck or something.
Oh, it's actually a windy corner, but he's on his way back. He's making his way back.
Yep.